Hey fiddlers, this month's Bluegrass Fiddle Solo, I thought we'd look at a personal favorite fiddler of mine, Vassar Clements. I'm going to be breaking down Vassar's solo on the Panhandle Rag from his album Hillbilly Jazz. This is such a fun solo, and Vassar's playing is just so unpredictable and bombastic and unique. Vassar's just one of my personal favorite fiddlers to listen to. You never quite know what's going to happen, and I think this is a perfect solo to sort of demonstrate some of his key licks and some of his just unique approach. We're going to be breaking this one down. It's a tricky one, so strap in. I'll play it to you first, of course, and then we'll break down the phrases. Alright, this is a fun one. I'm going to play it along with the metronome here so you get an idea of where the beat's at. I got the metronome at 100 beats per minute, and so it's not going to be too slow here with the metronome. I'm going to put the metronome on the back beats. Because this is more of a swing style tune, it really makes sense to have the metronome sort of hitting on the off beat. Alright, let me play it a little slower now with the metronome. We'll try 75 beats per minute. So, 1, 2, 3. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that it really helps me out if you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't joined the Patreon community yet, I'm bearing down on 100 lessons that are available up there. Tons of stuff and tons of exclusive videos as well, so check it out. That's patreon.com/George Jackson. /George Jackson. All right, back to the lesson. Okay, let's take those phrases and isolate them, really break them down so that we can understand what's going on. We're starting up in like 4th position. 4th finger on the note E. We can kind of hit that with the harmonic if we want, or we can push down. We've just got that 4th position there, 2nd finger on the note C sharp, and 1st finger on the note B. To the open E. So that's our first little phrase. Following that up with So we have some triplet measures here. Okay, the next phrase, we're going to do 2 of the same lick in a row, but on different chords. This is one of Vassar's classic licks. I really like this one because it's in a closed position, so you can really use it anywhere on the fiddle that you want to. So we're going to use it on B and then on E. So on the chord B and then on the chord E. Right? So starting on B, we've got B to B. Yeah, one of my favorites. We can use that anywhere. So this is a really great one to know. So again. So we're going to finish off with those 3 notes sort of repeated around. Okay. Sort of bluesy little figure here. We're starting 2nd finger on the D string. And we're making sure that we've got that G natural. On the 3rd time that we do that, we're kind of double stopping it with the A string 1st finger down across both strings. That little lick there, starting on C sharp. Super bluesy. Vassar's playing has so much elements of blues in it, you know. So it's a great study always for getting that blues sound into your fiddling. Okay, this next little part. Again, so bluesy. We're going straight to the G here. A and B flat. Let's put that in context from our sort of classic Vassar lick on B. So 3, 4. Oh, so much cool stuff in there. From there, this is where we've got our very cool octave kind of walk up. This is so Vassar, you know. I think with a lot of stuff that Vassar does, you know, there's a lot of gesture in it, and this is a really gestural phrase. He's not focusing on getting everything perfectly in tune, but it's about walking up to that note E and getting there chromatically. It sounds pretty in tune when he's doing it, but I'm just sort of saying that, like, you know, when I try to copy the stuff that Vassar's doing, I'm never really trying to sort of get perfect octaves, you know. I mean, I am trying to do that, but that's not the objective, I guess. There's so much sort of just gesturing at getting there. That really gives his style such character. Okay, so that little walk-up phrase, we're going... Okay, so sliding into the B, octave, to the C, to the C sharp, to the D, and then we're sort of going back to the D, to the D sharp, and then hitting the E only with the fourth finger on the E string. At the end, we're hitting the E note twice, but once with the fourth finger and once with the open E. So, all right. Let's play that from the beginning, as that's about halfway, I think. Okay, so from the beginning. Okay, the second half, we're going to A chord to start out the B section here. So this is, again, like one of Vassar's most sort of unique sounds. It's a stacked fourth. So when we have a stacked fourth, we have two intervals of a fourth on top of each other. So if I was to do it in first position, we might have a third finger on G sharp, second finger on C sharp, and first finger on F sharp. Like this. We can roll between the two groups of strings. What Vassar's doing is he's sort of grabbing that hand position and sliding it up so that we end on the fourth. That gives us an A chord, which is going to be second finger on the note E and first finger on the note A. Our third finger on the D string is going to be on the note B. So it's kind of like an A9 chord. We can. The bowing there, down bow, and then up bow across the two groups of strings. And then we're going down, up, down, between the two groups there. So really the hallmark of that phrase is the up bow that goes across both groups there. So we have the lower two, and then we have the up bow across both, right? And then down, up, down. That is a classic Vassar Clements sound. Okay, now this next lick is probably the hardest one in the whole solo. This took me a little bit of working out earlier today. We're going back to first position real briefly. Open A, open one, open. Up to third position, we're doing an E major double stop here, right? So fourth finger on G sharp, second finger on B, we're sort of sliding into that with a down up. And then we're going to hit the open E string with that fourth finger still pressed down on G sharp. So we have two different ways we can play that E chord there, you see. We have B and G sharp together, that's part of an E chord, and then E and G sharp together. So there's two different halves of just an E major triad, which is kind of the fun of that little position. We can get both of those inversions really easily just by lifting one finger. We're going back to first position again for a really quick little A and B together, and then G sharp and B. I sort of ghost an open string here, or a first finger maybe, but it doesn't really come through when I play it. So the ending there, we're going up to B and D natural together with our fourth and second fingers. We're sliding that back to A and C sharp, and then sort of falling down on this E major double stop here, which is kind of G sharp and B, but just sort of falls away. So that's that little one. That's a really tricky one and might take you a while. It definitely took me a while. But that's such a fun Vassar Clements sound, you know, like only Vassar would play that. Okay, next part. Nice little A lick here, sliding into that C sharp and E, E and A. Nice little bluesy moment. And a B lick here. It's going to take us back to the A part. So of course, this being a sort of swing tune, the form is A-A-B-A. So we did our two A's before. Our B part was when we started with the double stops going to the A chord. All right. Then we're going back to the A part. Alright, that's our next little part. We're going sliding straight up. This is another sort of very gestural Vassar Clements moment. We're just sort of grabbing that E and sliding way down with it. Finishing on that G sharp. Nice little chromatic bluesy moment. Okay, and this last little lick. And that's the whole solo. So that last little bit. Finishing off with that same lick that we kind of encountered at the first half. All right, I'm gonna put that metronome on nice and slow again at 75 beats per minute. Why don't you try play it along with me and we'll finish it off together. 1, 2, 3. I hope you enjoyed breaking down that bluegrass fiddle solo with me. Until the next time, we'll see you then.